a special award for a civil engineer with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers.
He put his experience to work helping after the earthquake in Haiti, and he's here to tell us and show us more about the Corps of Engineers' efforts there. Please welcome Forpu Njikam and with us this morning, and we want to say thank you for being here. Congratulations.
Thanks for having me here.
On the award. That was the after effect of your award, but the work you did over there is what earned that.
I would say yes.
You were there from March to May.
Yes.
A couple months, and you said you went in really after the recovery.
Yes, by the time I got there, they'd finished, well, they were wrapping up on picking up bodies, and it was more, we had people in camps in very stressful situations, and it was just easing suffering and getting the place to function again.
And what exactly were you doing there?
Well, we're doing assessments of roads and buildings that could be occupied or that needed to be evacuated, and also working in the camps for the displaced people and making sure they could not have a lot of mud, they could have facilities. And
when you first got there, tell us what your reaction was when you first saw the devastation.
I thought, wow, this is really rough.
How can people survive in what's left?
Well, I was very impressed by the resilience of the Haitians. They definitely are survivors.
Yeah.
And they were making the most with what not they had.
And you made friends?
I did.
While you were over there?
I did. I made a number of friends, some with whom I've actually kept in touch. And
so what was the reaction of the Haitian people to the Corps of Engineers? And just everybody who was giving help over there?
They were definitely very grateful for all assistance they could get. They were willing to put forth whatever effort was required on their part, and, you know, given the right tools and equipment, they were willing to work.
How many went with your group from here?
From the Savannah district, I was the only one there.
Oh, you were the only one.
But there were others from other districts, others from the Navy, others from the Air Force. We had a Joint Task Force over there, and we were just supporting.
Did you choose to go, or was it an assignment?
I volunteered to go. I volunteered when I heard about the earthquake. My family, most of my family lives in Cameroon in Africa, so seeing the earthquake, I figured, wow, if this happened there, it'd be nice if someone went to help.
Well, we hear all the time that people who do great work like that don't do it for the awards, but you were fortunate enough to receive one. What was that like?
It's bittersweet. I definitely, it's great to be recognized. I wish we could have done more, but we can only do what we can do. And you live on, and it's good to know that the efforts were appreciated by someone.
What do you think, I mean, what was the accomplishment, excuse me, in your mind of what you were able to do over there?
Well, we were able, when I left, I had one camp with 5,000 people on 1.5 acres. And when we got there, they had no toilets, and they were living on about a gallon of water each a day. And by the time we left, we were able to clean the canals around the camp to avoid it from getting flooded. We were able to dig 72 toilets for 5,000 people. Doesn't sound like much, but it's more than they had to start with. And we were able to get river rock and put it on the ground so they won't be walking around in mud when it rained. We were able to coordinate and get food supplies and medical supplies. We weren't giving it to them, but we'd go get organizations that provided such services and put them in touch with them. So
we have some pictures that you took with your own camera. We're going to show you those pictures when we come right back. Forpu Njikam from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers is joining us, telling us about his experience in Haiti when he went over there with the Corps, to represent the Corps and help after the earthquake. We're going to show these photos, and if you would tell us what we're looking at.
Okay, that is a road heading from Haiti, from Port-au-Prince towards Jacmel, and we were looking at it. As you see, they'd already started putting construction debris already to fill in the road on their own without any help, just to survive. But the quake parted, and that crevice was about several feet deep. That's a camp. That's a school, actually. That was a school tent in one of the camps.
And you say you were amazed how resilient they were, how quickly they're trying to get back to
bounce back and get back on
normal,
their feet.
Yeah.
This was one of the better camps, actually. when we assessed them for flooding. And
About how many people do you know were living in a camp like that?
well, a camp like that had about, let's see, this is the one had about 8,000 people.
Wow.
And it's on less than 2 acres.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, tents, but it's more sheets and sticks. And those are canals that needed cleaning, or the camps would get flooded.
And that was one of your main reasons for being over there, was to figure out how to do all that,
to assess the need, and then to come up with ways. And that's another camp. We went and looked at that for landslide risk, because they were on a slope and it was muddy after it had rained. In this case, we had to ask them to move away from that building because of all the cracks on it.
Oh.
Dangerous situation.
Yeah.
So it ran from safety to less safe, it seemed. And
we had spoken a little earlier about the reaction of the Haitian people, but there was one special reaction that you experienced over there, wasn't there?
yes, there was. There was a child who followed me around a camp and very respectfully engaged me in conversation, and ultimately gave me a little gift expressing his gratitude for my being there. And it was a Haitian flag that I still keep with me. It's like my favorite award.
Yeah, there's some more of the infrastructure devastation there.
Yes, that's actually was we started cleaning it and tidying it up.
Show us the flag.
Oh,
I
you'd
know
like
you
to see
brought
the
it
flag? Yes,
with
I do
you.
carry it with me. It stays in my backpack all the
Look at that.
time. And
these people,
see.
especially this little boy and a couple others, touched you very personally.
yes, they did.
And you felt that you wanted to help them on your own, not just going over there with the Corps, but on your own. How did you do that?
Well, when I was leaving, for instance, with the kid who gave me this and a handful of other kids that I'd met, I tried to give them a few dollars to pay for school and encourage them to go to school and get an education so they could have a future.
Are you keeping up with them at all? Are you able to stay in touch? So?
More with the adults who have cell phones. The
Yeah,
kids don't
yeah.
have phones, so communication is low. But with the grown-ups, yes, we talk, and I get an idea of how the debris removal is going and how they're surviving.
And you said you would love the opportunity to go back, you said.
Oh, yes, definitely. Any opportunity to help humankind should always be jumped upon. And, you know, we should not forget about the people struggling all over the world.
And there is so much more work to be done over there.
A lot of work to be done, yes.
Well, congratulations on a well-deserved award for your efforts over
Thank you.
there, and thank you for bringing us the story, because we still, you know, the efforts go on over there, and we very much are appreciative of you and others like you who've gone over there to help.
Thanks.
Thank you so
I
much.
appreciate the recognition.
Certainly. We're going to be right back after this.